On the show today, would you divorce your partner for kissing a celebrity just one time? Just one time at a concert. Also, we got to talk tweakments. What are they and why are they? And how many does Jax have done? Seriously, there's a lot. And then left on red. And of course, the interview at the end. A bunch of East Coasters want to know if Jax knows their random cousin. All right, welcome to the Adam Wylde and Jax show for this week. Woo! Checking in with Jax, who's got her Han Solo vest on right now.
The second you walked in the house, I knew that you were going to say, I have to choose, because I was like, do I wear my leather jacket? And I was like, no, he'll call me a biker lesbian. And then I was like,
I wouldn't call you a biker lesbian. I'd just be like, you'd
make the biker lesbian sound. I know that because you've made it before. And then I was like, I think I'm safe in this vest, but then you call me Han Solo.
Yeah, camera, go to Jax. Go to Jax.
I don't even know who that is.
Yes, you do. You've seen Star Wars.
I've never seen it like properly.
Really?
R2-D2.
Okay. Does he weird you out or something? R2-D2's the best.
Just too much.
Okay, you need to watch the originals. They're like a cultural thing. It's like you don't get half the jokes in pop culture if you don't watch Star Wars.
I don't think that many people make Star Wars jokes.
A lot of people make them.
All the time.
You just don't know about it because you've never seen them.
Everybody loves Star Wars.
All right, so listen, today we got a lot going on. There is a left on red. There is a interview, although Jack still hates that question period. What should we call it? 60 minutes? Something where basically a bunch of people are going to ask us some questions, including our new favorite feature, which is Does Jax Know? As in people from the East Coast write in to go, hey, does Jax know this person?
I hope so. What if I don't?
Well, we got about 4 or 5 submissions,
oh my
so
God.
We'll see what happens.
All right.
Okay. And then in the meantime, I want to start with this. There is, and I want to be clear about this. This has been somewhat unsubstantiated, but it's making the rounds on the internet. So therefore, I thought we should talk about it.
An internet rumor. Let's go.
Internet rumor.
Yeah.
It does come with video, though.
Okay.
So we all know our good friend Usher Raymond, right?
Yes.
You know, he sings, he dances.
Yes.
You know, he was Justin Bieber's mentor for a bit. There was a lot. He's had a big career. Now there is a 45-year-old man apparently who has filed for divorce from his wife after she allowed the Grammy-winning singer Usher Raymond to, quote, seduce her on stage.
Oh.
Now certain musicians do this. I don't know if you've ever seen this. Janet Jackson used to do this. Christina Aguilera used to do this, where they would bring somebody up on stage
and seduce them
and like do like a seductive dance. Like Janet committed fully. Like she would get on top and like do like full blown like hip gyrations and stuff like that. What was funny about it is the guys that she pulled up on stage were at a Janet Jackson concert and were almost always gay. But it was
didn't Justin Bieber used to do it with like girlfriend or baby or something too? Yeah, it was different.
He wasn't gyrating on them. He was just like, they'd be sitting on a chair and he'd be like, "You're my baby."
Yeah.
You know, like it was not as aggressive.
Janet Jackson and her gay man army. Okay, got it.
So it was just hilarious.
Okay.
And so, you know, it was part of the show, part of the spectacular and whatever. Okay. So I guess the husband claims that they kissed during this seduction. And the husband has said this woman has never kissed him in public. And he was shocked that she could do that with a complete stranger.
Oh.
And I thought, you know, that might be the first red flag right there.
I was going to say, it feels like the resentment's been building for a while.
Yeah.
Yes,
like you're married to somebody who will not kiss you in public at all. Now, there's some people that have an issue with that.
Yeah.
Do you have an issue with that?
No, I'm not like out like winding and grinding on the road, but I don't mind PDA. Like a PDA is fine.
Yeah.
I have definitely kissed partners in the streets, and I feel like if my partner kissed someone on stage, I would be mad if they had never kissed me. But that's not going to be an option because usually I date people who kiss me.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. If you wouldn't marry the person who won't kiss you, right?
Are they ultra like religious or like what's the vibe here?
That's the thing is that's where the story starts to wind up. I don't know the rest of the details, but
there's something happening.
I have done some research, but
I get like maybe she sounds like she's been longing, like she need, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought about it like this. I'm like, are these crazy people or is this something we could legitimately explain? Which is why I wanted to talk about this story. Because, okay, so Natalie, my wife, does not love kissing in public. Although I'll just do it. I'll just like, and she's definitely a kisser, very affectionate person, but she gets embarrassed.
She's a little honey shy girl though. Like she's like,
she doesn't like spotlight.
Yeah.
And so occasionally I'll do it just to embarrass her.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I'm wondering if this person has like a real fear of it, but also in that circumstance, she's got in the video front row seats to Usher, right? She's right on the wall and he's like right there with her. And he's like a foot smaller than her, by the way.
He's a little fellow, isn't he? Yeah,
he's not
short.
very tall.
Yeah.
And not very tall. I did interview him once and I was shocked at how much in his music videos, they shoot him up.
Yeah,
so that way, that's why you're always looking from Usher's crotch up at him because, there's also the sexual innuendo, but he's not that tall, right? And there's a lot of celebrities that are like that. Tom Cruise, Ryan Seacrest, they're all short guys.
We got to start shooting me up. You know, like they're shooting up on me. You know what? Yeah. I just need to make me look taller.
Yes.
Okay.
Put you on an apple cart and everything. That's what Seacrest used to do with American Idol. I think he still does.
I love all the like short secrets that you have.
I don't know what it is, but there's like a weird, especially lately, like a weird obsession with people's height. And like when I grew up, I never really thought short guys couldn't get girls or something like that, like the short kings, whatever. I never thought anything of it. I'm a normal sized guy. I'm 5'11".
That's why you've never thought about it because you don't have to worry about it.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I guess with the apps and that sort of thing, people are like, I actually saw people the last time I was dating who were like, if you're not 6 feet tall, I'm not interested. Like, don't even swipe right. I'm not interested in you.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. And
like,
I guess it would be the equivalent to me is like, well, if you don't have double D's, then I don't care. Right? Like what's the difference?
Yeah. Because
it's something I cannot change. And literally you can change the size of your chest. You can't change the size of your height.
Like, do these people desperately need something in a top cupboard? Why do you need?
Or is it, I mean, honestly, Jax, like to be fair, neither of us are attracted to men. Yeah. So I'm wondering, it's like, is it just your thing? Like, that's my kink or that's my thing that I'm into and that's what I want. And if I want it, I want it.
The people that I've dated, like the men that I've dated before were usually like shorter, medium kings. But if I were to, ever have a knight in shining armor by my side again, I'd want him to be tall.
Yeah.
Like extra tall. I wouldn't be like, you have to be tall. But
with you, that's not a challenge.
No, but like I would be like, I need you to reach things and I would love to see what's going on up there. Like if I can't see the concert, I would want the person to see it for me.
Lifted.
Yeah. Take me up there. Take me there.
So Natalie, when she puts on, she's 5'8". So she puts on heels that are high enough. She'll be taller than me. And I've dated women that are taller than me and didn't mind it at all. Didn't care. Never thought about it. But anyway,
people are obsessed with it. We talk about it a lot on here too. Everybody's obsessed with height.
They are. So anyway, here comes Usher.
Here he comes.
He walks up to her and they get really close and he's singing and whatever. And then they like share like one kiss. And I'm wondering if this woman is really, if she's somebody who's like, I'm deathly afraid of kissing people in public, but this is my one shot. It's my one shot to kiss the guy I've loved, who I've had posters on my wall since he was
mouth
14.
is right there.
I was 14. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like if you're the husband, I mean, he sounds like he's mad about something else, but I feel like you can't get mad. If Natalie was on stage.
I think you can get a little mad.
Really?
You can't get mad at that? Of course you can get mad at that.
If my partner was on stage with like their dream, like their ultra celebrity, their mega crush, their hall pass, and they had a little kiss, I'd be like, get it. Like, how often does that ever happen?
If I was at a concert and Dua Lipa's like that guy to me, and then she kissed me, Natalie would be pissed. Absolutely, she'd be upset. She'd be like, what the hell are you doing?
I don't know. I would support it. I'd be like, follow your dreams.
That's a supportive partner.
Represent both of us. Like, get that kiss from Dua or Rihanna or Richard Gere. That could be another love a Richard Gere moment. If Richard Gere brought me up on
like
stage.
Today Richard Gere or Pretty Woman
any
like
day Richard Gere.
Really?
I love Richard Gere.
Okay. Really? What is it with Richard Gere? Is it
he is
suave and handsome?
He's trusty.
He's trusty.
And there's a twinkle in his eye that he'll care for me, but also will be reckless, Okay, anyways. So what else is up, Adam?
Well, I wanted to know how you'd feel about that. So you're totally fine with this, and you wouldn't divorce your 45-year-old partner and who never kissed you in public if they kissed a celebrity in public.
Yeah, this woman, like, I think that she needs there is something else going on at home.
Yeah, this isn't the main reason. This would be the straw.
Yeah. Yeah. Something deeper is happening there.
Okay. All right. All right. No, I thought that was a worthwhile discussion. I am curious though. Like, if you're watching this, I would love to know, like, if you saw a video of your partner kissing like the celebrity that they're attracted to, like, is that an issue for you?
No, because like, here's my thing.
Like, I don't think it would be a divorce issue for me, but I think it would be a problem.
It's not like Usher is like gonna come steal your girl. It's not like he's like down the road.
Want your girl.
No, and it's not like you're gonna like see him at Loblaws. Like, it's like you're not gonna run into him. Like, he is not a threat. You know what I mean? He is not a
Yeah.
threat. So if you're feeling jealous, then you are threatened either way. So I think it's a foundational issue. If you think that, I think you should support. I don't know when I would ever be in this situation, being like, go kiss Usher. This is your moment. But
Right.
I think this is different than seeing your partner kiss somebody at a party or at the bar, or your partner's just straight up cheating on you. I don't think kissing Usher on stage is cheating.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I
Don't know until it happens to you.
You know what? And it could.
It could.
You
You know
never
what?
know.
You could be lucky.
Never know. You never know.
All right. So I want to talk about this other thing that I saw come up, and it actually, it's perfect because Jax admitted to me that she does this, and she didn't even know. Gen Z calls them tweakments. They call it, it's a plastic surgery quote unquote trend, but really, it's just you get tweaked to look natural. So the thing with plastic surgery was there was a time when you got an augmentation done, whether it was your nose or your butt or your boobs or whatever it was that you wanted to get done, or you got your skin tightened or whatever. And very little of it was to make you look more natural. It was to make you look more like an ideal.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And so what happened was a lot of people, first off, the tools they had 30 years ago versus what they have now were very different.
Yeah. Procedurally, it's a lot different. Yeah.
And so what happened was a bunch of people started looking the same. They all had the same lips. They all had the same everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. There was a certain look.
Now you can get kind of whatever look you want, which I think was the point in the first place.
Yeah.
And so there was a content creator from Australia. She said, here's an untouched face of a 27-year-old. And then she said, swipe to the next photo. And then she had 8 different procedures. She said, so this is what really happens, which I respect, where she's like, so she said, Botox in her forehead, Trentinin and antibiotics to treat acne. I don't know what Trentinin is, but I'm assuming it's an antibiotic. Masseter Botox for jaw slimming, 2 non-surgical rhinoplasties. I don't know how that works. I don't even know. How do you have a non-surgical rhinoplasty?
Because rhinoplasty is nose job, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how you would do that. Maybe
it's like a syringe that like they put some in here and then they don't have to, it's non-invasive.
Oh, so Brewster Steph, there's like a syringe situation.
A syringe
I wonder how
surgery.
big that syringe is. You think, imagine how big that needle would be.
I don't want to think about it.
That would be huge. I don't know if you got a thing against needles, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, 2 non-surgical rhinoplasties, a brow lift, a lip flip.
Yes.
What is a lip flip?
Okay, so I don't know exactly how it works, but I have quite a few friends who've done it, and it looks fantastic. It's just to give you a little bit of an upper lip. I think it's just like
So you pucker a little bit?
You pucker a little bit. It gives you just, the girlies with no top lips, like myself, like I've looked into a lip flip. I'd be into it. But my friends who've had it done for the first little while, they're like, I can't feel the straw that I have in my mouth, or I can't, like they feel like they're.
Is it done with Botox?
I don't know exactly.
It's filler just right here.
Oh, it's filler in the.
Producer Stephanie knows
wow.
what's up.
Tweakment expert, producer Steph here.
It's like, like it looks completely natural, but they're like, I know I'm talking weird, and they aren't at all, and it goes away after a little bit. But
okay,
a little lip flip. Flippy doodle. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
And then, of course, she has LED masks. And I don't know what LED masks do, but I see them everywhere.
Oh, get an LED mask. You don't have Natalie doesn't have one?
No.
Okay. They're, there's a couple of different ones, but you can get like the red light ones. And then there's like a whole like circuit that you can do.
Yeah, where you look like your saw or something like that, right? Just
yes. Yeah. Saw.
What is the point? What does it do?
It like helps with your producer Steph. Yeah.
Fine lines, acne.
Fine lines, acne, and dark spots. We got to get producer stuff.
You know what? We're gonna get
plastic surgery corner here.
Plastic surgery corner. We're gonna get her a mic next week.
Yeah, there you go.
The only thing we're ever gonna talk about again is plastic surgery. This whole show.
Yeah.
I love a little bit of Botox. Okay.
Yeah. You were saying that
I had it done on Friday.
You got juiced up on Friday.
Yeah,
so what'd you get done?
I got a little bobo on Friday.
Yeah. What'd you get?
I get the top. I get my forehead done, and then I get a little bit right here. And they always ask, like, do you want your crow's feet done? And I'm like, no. Because I like them. Because it shows how, I think it shows how much I've smiled.
Yeah.
But how's it setting in? Can I?
Oh, you look good.
Do I look?
Yeah, your forehead looks flat. Looks like
are my eyebrows moving? Okay.
Yeah, your eyebrows.
There we go.
move.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. So it's not enough that it freezes your face.
No, and I don't want it to fully freeze my face, but I will say, because I only started getting Botox last year, and it was when we started doing this, because I had to sit here and like edit myself, right? So it was a lot looking at your face that
I
much,
can
right? And
imagine.
we've been on camera for years, but
Yeah,
and the second I got Botox, I thought, I know exactly why people get Botox.
I get it. Okay.
I wear glasses, so I'm constantly like this, so I have the fine lines. So I'm just trying to make sure that they don't hang out around with me a lot, you know?
Okay. See, I get Botox too, but I get it for health reasons. So
in your armpits.
I get in my armpits because I'm a sweaty boy. So if you have hyperhidrosis, which I do, I'm pretty sure, it means that like when you're a teenager, you just start to sweat uncontrollably. I can remember in grade 8, I had to stop wearing gray.
Oh.
Because it would because you know what gray looks like when it's wet.
Oh yeah.
So I used to bring an extra t-shirt to school so I could change at like lunch.
My little damn fellow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
No.
And like I would be in class and I'd be like writing exams and I'd be feeling the sweat dripping down the side of my body. Like that was how intense it was.
God.
And so I tried many different things throughout like my late teens, early 20s. There was this stuff and I forget what it's called, but it smells like how disinfected in a hospital smells.
Oh God.
You know that smell, right?
Yeah.
And what you used to do is you rub it on your arms and then you'd wrap your arm in plastic wrap overnight.
Christ.
And have you ever had your hair completely dyed?
Yes. Yeah.
So you know the feeling of bleaching your hair and how it just it feels like ants are like biting
It
your
feels
scalp.
like it's
your scalp?
burning.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like all night. So I'd have to sleep through that. And then I would stop sweating profusely for a while. But I kind of knew even at like 20 when I was trying this out, because it was a friend of mine that recommended it. I was like, this is probably bad.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is probably bad for me. So around that same time, I also start to get jaw pain. And it starts off as like small and like clicks and pops and whatever. And by the time I was in my late 20s, I had headaches every day.
Yeah.
And I'd be taking Advil 2-3 times a day, which is terrible for your stomach.
Oh, awful. Yeah. Hard on the liver and kidneys. Yeah.
Terrible. And so eventually, once I actually started dating Natalie, she was like, somebody did tell me about Botox under my arms. It was probably like my mom or something. And I just never did it. And then Natalie's like, listen, like you should try it. You should try under your arms, whatever. So I tried it and instantaneously it worked. And it works for like 6 to 8 months.
Okay, I was going to say, because
right?
you have to go get it like topped up because it's only like a 6 month thing.
Yeah. So it doesn't last forever. But you know, back in the day, what they used to do was they'd actually like put you out and like snap a nerve or something in your body.
God.
Like there used to be like a thing that people got done, like a serious procedure where they'd have to deflate a lung and get into your spine or whatever. So this is a lot better than that. And then I was like, okay, well that worked on my underarms. And she's like, you should try it. And this woman mentioned it, the masseter Botox thing.
Yeah.
People do it for jaw slimming because what happens is you chew and you bite and you clench and you do whatever you do with your jaw, and you're basically, your muscles get so built up in here. They're some of the strongest in your body.
Ripped jaw.
You get this huge like thing that, anyway, I just did it because my jaw I was in pain all the time.
Well,
every day.
I remember when you started getting it done and then when it was wearing off, because like when we used to sit in the Virgin studio, my eye line was right across to you and I could see you adjusting all the time. And I was like, are you going to go get a touch? You're like, yeah, okay. Because I could tell when it was starting to wear off and you were sore.
Yeah. So
Honey.
I've obviously, I've gotten I've been getting it for 3 years now.
You're a Botox girly all over.
I am,
yeah.
but it did. She was right, by the way. The masseter thing is true. Like it sharpened my face immediately. If I'd lost a little more weight, it would have been sharper.
No.
But I'm serious. It was like really, really noticed a difference. And
super swole. I miss going to shop. You would go to Shoppers often to get your medicated armpit spray. It was no spray. You had a certain deodorant, and we would go together sometimes. And we can't do that anymore now that you're a Botox
I
girly.
tried so many different deodorants, and I ruined so many T-shirts and stuff because they would be so hard on the T-shirts.
We don't know what we know until we know it.
That's
you know?
right. That's right. So
so
it's these Tweakments. You know, I think it's interesting because
do what you need. Yeah.
When you hear, so for me, it's obviously not beauty related.
Yeah.
But I would do it. I just don't know where I would even start. And I think what's interesting is how that conversation has shifted, because there are the way that the older generation sort of views it is, oh, this is sad. You're in your early 20s. You're looking the best you'll ever look, which is, you know, naturally like, for a lot of people, that can be true. Not always.
I looked horrible in my early 20s.
So did I.
Like,
I didn't look great. Like, I'm not going to lie. But you know, you're young and you're youthful and whatever. And if you ask somebody in their 20s now, or you ask our generation in our 30s, they'll tell you, well, this is me taking control of my life and how I look. And I really feel empowered by that.
It's also
so, it's so different, right?
Yeah. What you do with your body and how you want to present yourself is nobody's business. And like, that's the thing is like, if somebody says, well, I'm just, that they don't talk openly about the work they've had done because there's that shame. It's usually the older people judging them, right? Like it's, and I don't think it's, I don't talk to my mom about getting a little bobo in my head because I know that
she will have that reaction.
She will have that reaction, but it's not because she is outwardly like, oh, I hate you, daughter, but because that's the way that the narrative was those days. So it's just a generational mind. However, I don't tell that generation about any work I've done
as my
because
mother
of
likes
that
to say,
mind.
you edit what you tell your parents.
Exactly.
Yeah,
sorry,
because there's
Mom.
only so
Sorry,
much
Mom.
they can handle.
It's but do what you need. If you need a little flip, if you need a little Botox, do what you need. It's nobody's business.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Huh.
No.
Huh.
So should we get to Left on Red?
I mean, speaking of taking control and calling,
taking control of your life and finding out if somebody likes you or not,
or making a mess of it.
Yeah. Now I want to say something because I think everybody's still new to this show. We do have a question and answer period after Left on Red every episode.
That's right.
So stick around because we will have that. But we're going to talk to Connor. Connor has been seeing somebody, and we'll talk about it in a second, doesn't understand why he's been left on red.
They
been
never
seeing
do.
each other at weird hours. He's made
do.
himself available. She hasn't. So we'll get into it now. All right, let's welcome Connor to Left on Red. Connor he's been on a few dates with Samantha, and according to him, things have been great. They've been seeing each other as much as possible, but Sam's got a busy work schedule, so it wasn't all the time. But Connor, you stopped hearing from her. Why? What happened? Tell us everything.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, I don't know what happened. Honestly, things have been going great. So, yeah, Sam is a weird work schedule. I don't know.
Okay. What does she do for work? This mysterious woman.
Yeah, she's just, I don't, so something in the medical field. She sells something, but I keep forgetting what it is.
Okay, so you listening well.
She's out with clients all the time, so whatever that. Yeah.
So to work around that, you'd see each other at weird hours.
Yeah, and on weird days too, like a random Tuesday, which was fine because I'm busy too. I did start to wonder how like the relationship would progress though, but it's still early, so don't put the car before the horse, I guess they say. And then basically one day she stopped answering all my calls and texts.
Maybe that weird job she has that you didn't listen to when she told you. I'm just kidding.
You're selling medical equipment. It's like, oh my God.
It's mysterious. No, but that sounds like there's some plot holes missing. So it sounds like you want to get answers.
Yeah. What are you hoping to get out of today's call?
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that you can reconnect us somehow.
Okay.
Like that's still something she wants.
All right.
Okay.
That's pretty fair. Easy goal. Let's go hit it.
Why am I nervous?
Because I think you've been hurt
in
before.
the past. Yes.
So why don't we do this? Let's make the call.
Hello?
Hi there. Looking for Sam.
This is Sam's phone. Can I ask who's calling?
Yeah, sure. It's the Adam Wylde and Jax show. We're conducting a survey on dating, and we were hoping that we could enter her into our prize draw, but she'd have to answer some of the questions first.
Just a few quick questions.
Sorry, it's about dating?
Yes.
Well, Sam's been married for 10 years, so I'm not sure what she could tell you about dating nowadays. Will that interfere with her ability to win the prize? Like, what does she win anyway?
Sorry, you said Sam is married?
Yeah. Why? Do you know Sam? How did you get this number?
You know what? We might have got the wrong Sam. You're right.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thank you so much for letting us
Take
call
care.
and have a great day.
Yeah, don't call back.
Okay, so.
So his line is dead. His being Sam's line. Wait, Connor, did you get the right phone number? Did you give us the right phone number?
Yeah, I definitely gave you the right number.
Okay. How did you and Sam meet?
We met on on an app.
Okay. Like dating app?
Yeah. on a
Did you
dating
ask
app.
her how long it's been since she's been in a relationship?
I mean, she said it'd been like 4 to 5 months.
Okay.
Did she mention that she could be separated?
No, absolutely not.
So the vibe that I'm getting is that you should not call her back. No, but like, and that's not
What
because
gave you that vibe, Jax?
not because of it. Like, I just think that rock is better left unturned further
Yeah,
from
I
here
agree.
on out.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
All right. Wow. I guess thank you guys. It's
Yeah.
super disappointing, but thank you guys for trying. I really appreciate it.
No, and thank you and take care. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so messy.
Yeah.
Let's get into this. We call it the interview right now. The name's up in the air. All right.
You haven't given me any other options.
Well, so the Lulu Guru wanted to say, can you call the last segment the wrap up?
I feel like isn't that a hockey segment?
No.
No,
wrap up?
The wrap up.
No, it definitely feels like something you'd see on like a mid-morning show on like CBS. Like, oh, it's the wrap up.
The wrap up. Okay, the wrap up.
The wrap up.
I'm testing it out in my mind.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We'll have to get, you know what? We'll have to put like, I want to start collecting these and then
Yeah.
eventually we'll do like a power rankings, get people to vote on it. What do you think?
Power rankings.
You know what I mean? Like a
sexy challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
Okay, so
Okay, so let me explain here. Adam they won't show me the Google Doc
No,
of
I
the
won't.
questions that we get. So usually when he starts laughing, it's because he's like, oh, this is the one I've chosen. And I have no idea what's about to happen. This interview segment is veiled with so much secrecy. And who asked us what? Don't make it too weird.
okay, so
No.
there is actually
Oh,
there
God.
is a segment that I want to do, and I promise this is Does Jax Know?
Okay.
And it's people from the East Coast of Canada. If you're listening from the United States, if you're listening from around the world, the East Coast of Canada is it's not necessarily that small in the amount of people, but everybody seems to know everybody.
Yeah.
They're
Well, no, we don't. But the example that you gave last time, I did know Brad
You did know,
Legier.
yeah.
So
And we got bombarded with comments from the East Coast from people going, okay, does she know this person? So Lemon Party 69, which is it's quite the name.
Lemon Party 69.
I
Let's
feel
go.
like there's something sexual to that. I don't know.
I think so. I think you
does
may be right.
Jax know a Mitch Johnson?
Yeah. I think. Hang on. Am I allowed to
you're
use my
allowed to look.
computer?
You're allowed to look.
Mitch Johnson?
I
name
love,
sounds-
by the way, that her first answer is yes. She's like, we don't know everybody. And then I just said, here's a random name.
Mitch Johnson.
Mitch Johnson.
Mitch Johnson, well, first of all, is a basketball coach in America. But I don't think that's the one that I'm looking for.
Go on your Facebook. See if you know a Mitch Johnson there.
Is he in radio?
I don't know.
I feel like I know Mitch. Did he go to NSC? His name sounds super familiar.
That's all I know. I gotta
That's-
get more. You got to give me more hints than this. But there's a Mitch. Do you know a Mitch Johnson?
I know the name, but also like is it Mitch Jameson that I know? Mitch Johnson, I think I do know.
Oh my god.
I feel like I worked with him. Are you just making up names?
no.
No, this was really okay. Mitch
Okay, it's
Johnson.
Nacho Cat and Storm Dog.
What?
Nacho Cat and Storm Dog. That's the name of the Instagram account.
Of the Instagram.
No,
Okay.
no.
Oh,
No,
okay.
this is the next one.
God, okay,
Hey,
I'm ready.
Nova Scotian here playing 6 degrees of Jax's East Coast bacon.
What? Okay,
Hilarious.
all right.
I was telling a friend about Jax's prank call TikToks, basically where you call the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, Jax, I worked with Jax in radio when she still lived here, but we still don't, she didn't give me a name.
This person
they
didn't
could've
give you a name?
No, they didn't give me a name to go
Oh
on.
my God. A couple people said on the comments, they were like, you used to work on C100 in the Bounce. And I was like, I did. They aren't called, neither of the stations are called that anymore. But yeah, there was, I mean, you worked for the Bounce. Like there wasn't many people that went through that building, right? So we usually all know each other.
Kelly Shields says, hey, I just saw your Does Jax Know segment. Wondering if Jax remembers playing drums in a band called I Captain with 3 other people. Bria played guitar, Taya played bass, and Alex sang. You had one show. It was amazing. Thanks for the love and your TikToks.
At the Bedford Fire Hall. Yes.
You were in a band?
I was in a band for
You never told me. I do not know this. I've known Jax for 10 years and I did not know this.
Are
you serious?
I was in a band
and you played the drums?
Yeah, I can drum. Yeah.
What?
I haven't played the drums in years, but I can drum, yeah. She is versatile. Yeah.
And your band was called I Captain.
We're called I Captain. So yeah, it was, and I love that Kelly wrote that because Kelly used to drive us to band practice because none of us had our license. I worked at Zellers and so did Bria.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Bria was working at Zellers. Or anyways, we're all working at Micmac Mall in Dartmouth. And then we had to go to Halifax to play at to practice. So Kelly would drive us.
Right.
And we were also in the band with Taya. And then Alex Fountain, absolute sweetheart, was the only one that could actually play any instruments, was the only one that was talented. So he just held our entire band. But we had one gig and it was at the Bedford Fire Hall. And I didn't realize as a novice drummer that you should probably bring more than one pair of drumsticks for a gig.
Oh,
so I just broke my drumstick and then the show was kind of...
and it was just
our set
over
was
after you
done.
broke your drumstick?
Yeah, well, somebody brought me some in a bit, but like I had lost my beat and I had been drinking. Like it was wild. But yeah, the band...
What songs were you playing?
We had our own original
You had your own,
songs.
you didn't cover any songs?
We didn't do any
What'd
covers.
you sound like? Like, how would you compare yourself?
We were like a grunge alt punk, but
No
like it
way.
wasn't.
Punk is perfect
I have
if you can't
pictures
play.
for sure. I have pictures like that I can find, but yeah, it was horrible. It was in 2007. We played the Bedford Fire Hall.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, rocking out. Adam, I was rocking. Yeah. Wow, I forgot about that. We were good. We should have a reunion tour.
Yeah, you should. R Booch 22. Does Jax ever wish Adam was more like his mom and less like Adam?
To give context, Adam's mother, can I
Yeah, of course,
Adam's
yeah.
mother is Marilyn Dennis, and I love her, and she's so much fun. And you know what? There are many. Your mom's really good with time management. From the time that I've spent with her.
Yes, she is.
We go to eat quite often and she's always there on time. And you often aren't anywhere on time. And there are many ways in which you and your mom are similar though.
Mm-hmm.
Warm hearts. I don't know how much to go in on you right now. So,
No, you go ahead. They asked the question.
Your mother is not nearly as sweaty as you from what I've
Well,
noticed.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
How the hell did that
she's not
happen?
as sweaty, but yeah, no, I think that you and your mom are very alike besides the time management.
Okay. Yeah.
Be more like Marilyn when it comes to time management.
Tara, I think Tara Nariel. My husband continues to ask about Adam's ears. I don't know why.
I saw a couple comments about your
What's
ears.
wrong with my ears?
I don't know.
Are they big?
No.
I don't care. Like I have a big head. I would have big ears too.
I don't think that you have.
The one thing I'll say about my ears, I'm starting to get that hair, the old man hair.
Can I see?
Yeah, like right here. You can see it. Isn't it?
Oh, I
weird?
can't see that far. I'm coming over.
Yeah. I don't know how to get rid of it either. See? Yeah, it's crazy.
It has wizard ears.
Yeah, it's
You have little wizard ears.
and so like yeah, of course.
Oh, can I
yeah.
tweeze it?
No, don't squeeze it. It hurts.
I have nose hair.
So
trimmers.
I have a nose hair trimmer too, and I try to do it with my nose hair trimmer because that's also happening. My nose hair trimming is also a thing that I need to do
When
now.
am I putting these on?
And my wife will like look at me sometimes and I'll think she'll like reach for my face to like, touch me and go like, I love you. And instead she just touches the nose hair that's coming out of my nose. She's like, need to trim that.
I have little clippers that I'll do. My friend has a very hairy back. And he always used to say, "Can you clip my wings?" Because like he'd be going on dates and stuff, and I would have to shave his back for him.
I know that feeling.
You know that feeling?
Not that hairy on my
Yeah.
back, but it's not. It's like sometimes if people got a hairy back, it's like, oh, they've committed to it. They're Austin Powers. Like good for them. Whatever. For me, it's like I've got these like little hairs that I'm like I gotta wax that. It's rough.
I
It's
love
rough.
your little wizard ears.
Yeah, isn't it?
Oh, but I don't think that your ears are big.
Is there
You
anything
don't-
else about my ears that
You
like,
don't have much of an earlobe.
I don't have much of an earlobe?
It kind of just,
Yeah.
like
Well,
it just goes in. It doesn't go down. But I think your ears are beautiful.
I don't know what's
I
going
don't
on with
think
my
there's
ears.
anything wrong with it.
Okay, well, listen, there people pick up weird things on camera that you never knew about yourself.
Little wizard ears.
Hey, the CAC is texting us.
What?
_CACK.
Okay.
Not the COCK. Hey, Adam and Jax, congrats on the new show. Love that you've created this new baby. Miss you guys on Virgin, even though you guys don't miss the gut rot. Yeah, we don't.
Oh my God,
Just
for
because
getting up that
waking
early?
up early
Yeah,
just is it's rough on you. I have a name for someone Jax might know, which is probably a better name for the segment. I would love to see if there's a connection. Did Jax ever come across a Ken Schwartz and Chris O'Neill from Ross Creek Center of the Arts and Two Planks and a Passion Theater Company? That is very specific. I went to the Canada Games in 2011, and Ken and Chris were the artistic directors. was surprised at how large the theater community was there. I love my time in Halifax. Best hosts, and Jax, keep those calls coming.
Oh, Chris O'Neill sounds really familiar. But here's the thing is like, I'm not good with names sometimes too.
Well, they gave you a place that they work.
I don't.
Were you not involved in the theater scene?
I went to.
What kind of a gay are you? How dare you
That was
betray the
literally going to
community?
be my next thing I was going to say. I was like, I'm not a very good lesbian if
Yeah,
I'm
like,
not
come
involved in
on,
the
you're not
arts.
in the theater
No,
community.
I went to Neptune Theater School for improv for 4 years. Like listen, I've done my time, okay? But I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
Okay.
And I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
And reach out, and I'd love to get to know you if we don't know each other yet.
Somebody, this is a
What?
Mick wants to know, is tomato soup and grilled cheese a deconstructed pizza?
I don't like tomato soup, and I'm tired of pretending I do.
Love tomato soup. How do you not love tomato soup?
I don't like tomato soup, and I don't like tomato juice.
You don't like you won't
heard
do
it
like
here first.
You won't do like a Caesar?
Well, I shouldn't do a Caesar.
No, you shouldn't do a Caesar anymore. But like
I'm not allowed to
you
drink.
have just a clamato
Yeah.
juice with all the stuff. You don't do that stuff?
No, it's sludge. It's
What?
salty sludge. I don't know, and
I feel so betrayed.
I love tomatoes, and I love soup.
So here's the thing. Here's where I think it's not tomato soup and grilled cheese, not a deconstructed pizza. And I'll say this because tomato soup is not usually that chunky, right? It's more just
It's like a puree, isn't
it's
it?
like yeah. So I feel like
Oh God.
most tomato sauce is a little chunkier than that,
Yeah.
right? And then you don't. I mean, I can understand why the flavors work together. It's the same reason why you like pizza so much, right? That is the you take your. I mean, you wouldn't do this because
No, I
you don't like
wouldn't.
tomato soup because you're crazy.
Okay.
I don't know how you don't
whoa.
like tomato soup.
I just don't see a reason for it.
Grilled cheese. Now, do you make a good grilled cheese?
I make a fantastic grilled cheese, Adam Wylde. Thank you for asking, and I would make you one anytime.
How do you? Okay, so let me ask you how you do your grilled cheese because I think this is everybody's got their own way, and I know you got it. I can see it in your eyes. Go, tell me.
You don't need much. All you need is white bread.
Mhm.
You need some butter, some basil, and you need some Kraft singles.
Butter and basil?
No, like basil is butter.
No, basil is
Margarine.
not. Basil's margarine. Basil is not butter. So which one do you use, basil or butter?
Whatever's in my mother's fridge. I feel like that's the only place I make grilled cheeses.
Okay.
I don't really make grilled cheeses here, but I need a Kraft single. I want it to taste a little bit artificial.
It's got it. The Kraft singles, you're absolutely on the money because
Yeah.
it doesn't, there's a certain way
Yeah.
that a Kraft single melts
Yeah.
that normal cheese just doesn't do.
And it is scary, but it's also kind of thrilling.
Yeah.
Like I don't want an artisanal. I don't want one of these big artisanal
No.
grilled cheeses on like, with Havarti and Gouda on like a rustic multigrain bread. I want white Ben's bread and I
Yep.
want a Kraft single,
Yep.
you know?
You don't want, I always find with those artisanal grilled cheeses too, this is very like millennial burger shop core, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They would make the bread too thick. And
And
I think you got to have thin bread.
It also, can I say something wild?
Give it to me.
I'm tired of my gums being sore after
I
having.
don't want this to slice the roof of my
It's
mouth.
going to cut me and it's going to hurt for days. And I'm
Yes.
going to say, this was delicious and I will tip well, but I won't be happy. And my gums have been bleeding for days. No, but you know what I mean? It's like so
Yeah.
thick and it's like sharp. It's like knife bread.
Yes,
Yeah,
100%.
knife bread.
Yeah. Well, you want the butter to get, like if we're being like super
Yes, we
hardcore
are.
about this,
Yeah.
you want the butter to get in there, soak it, make it crispy, and then get the cheese in there as well.
Do you want to make a grilled cheese together sometime?
I do. I would love to because my wife hates cheese, does not
Right.
like cheese. So there's no cheese in the house. So when I have cheese, special occasion.
We're going to have a little cheese party.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm so into
The
that.
cheese, please.
Is there anything? I remember actually I saw a TikTok once where guys like, if you want to learn how to make a real grilled cheese, and then he proceeded to make a grilled cheese, but then he was able to take this like string cheese and turn it into like it was like a blanket around the sandwich. So there was cheese on the outside. You know when you have that crispy sort of cheese that sort of hangs around the side,
Like
he
a
was able
croque
to,
madame.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was able to like put it in the plate and then like wrap it all up, and I was like, that looks insane.
Like a little cheese gift.
Yeah,
A cheese present.
cheese package.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Yeah,
Let's go.
It was good. It was good.
Are you hungry?
No, I'm getting a little hungry.
Yeah, I'm really hungry. Have you had breakfast?
I have.
I haven't. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. So thanks for making me more hungry.
Anyway, yes, thank you for your questions, and make sure you can submit them anytime through our Instagram page. Just throw it in our DMs and that sort of thing. Slide in to our DMs.
What about
to use an old term?
The question quest?
The question quest. I think we're gonna workshop these. Thanks so much for listening, though. Oh, what's up, Steph?
What you guys recommend?
What we recommend?
Yes, yeah.
We always forget this. Okay, so do you have something?
No, do you?
I do.
Okay, what are you watching? What do you?
Did I mention? What did I mention last week? Did I mention
Seth Rogen's new show, which I watched the first episode of? First 2 episodes of. Oh my God, Catherine O'Hara, Seth Rogen, like everybody's so good in that.
So good. Okay, so this week I'm gonna let you in on a book that is so. This is insane.
I'm going to say to you before, as Adam finds that, Adam doesn't read. Well, sorry, I shouldn't say you don't read books. Adam does audiobooks, and he loves the Jessica Simpson audiobook.
I do love the Jessica Simpson audiobook, and you should read it. So
I'm
going to recommend a book.
I love her, but I don't want to.
So this book is so intense that nobody, that the author is not allowed to promote it.
Adam, what is this?
This book, she was barred from promoting it. There are books that there are certain book companies that are not carrying it because
what is this danger book you have?
It's called Careless People, and it's a cautionary tale of power, greed, and lost idealism. And it's from the highest ranking executive yet from Facebook to speak out about what happened at Facebook, specifically around the elections in 16 and 22 and some of the other decisions the company made. Her name is Sarah Lynn Williams, and she was allowed to publish the book, but Facebook tried to stop the book from coming out.
They did, yeah.
And then got a court at the last minute to put an injunction against her going out. And part of books, part of promoting books is the author needs to get out and talk to a bunch of people and that sort of thing and do interviews and whatever. That is somebody I would be like, we need to have her on the show, but she's not allowed to do interviews because of the way that her contract was structured on the way out. But she is allowed to write her memoir of events. And I think you should read it. Now, I've read the first chapter.
I would love to.
And I will tell you, it's already unbelievable. But also completely believable.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, that's why things are exactly how they turned out today.
Should we be scared of the Zuck even talking about this?
I think it's worth reading. That's all I would say.
I want all the secrets.
Listen, you make up your own mind.
I was going to say,
do your own research.
This is why I haven't heard of it, because she's not you're not allowed to know about it, but we know about it because Adam's giving us the underground book tea.
I'm also seeing it come up on TikTok more and more. People are like, hey, she's not allowed to talk about this, but on TikTok you can.
Adam, very dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm going to go download it. I'm going to go download it today.
Careless People is what it's called. Careless People, Sarah Lynn Williams.
I'm not even going to give a recommendation because that's going to be mine. I also
Sarah Wynn Williams.
Sarah Wynn Williams. Wynn Williams. Well, thank you so much, Adam.
No problem. You just have no recommendation.
The only thing I've watched this week is what you told me to watch last week.
Oh, really?
Listen, I've had a sore SI joint and I've been very busy.
What did you watch at the sciatica clinic?
What's that? It's sore. You don't know. You don't know what it's like.
All right. Well, Jax will have recommendations for us next week. You better.
Also, I have to say, happy early birthday to Adam Wylde.
Thank you.
Yay.
Yeah. Well, you can just.
Adam's turning 70
next week too.
Adam's turning 70. I'm so 37. Old. He's so much older than me. 37. I'm just a baby. Bye, Adam.